This ain't no ordinary sportscast. Welcome back. NBA Finals preview, ski Wilski. What's happening? I'm Hemi Buckets today. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna come back to that because I was not Hemi Buckets a couple weeks ago. I don't think nobody was, but I'm your boy Mike back on the Qwality Sports Podcast. That young QSP. We doing the 4-man and the 4-man weave, man. We got the what they used to call the fatal 4-way, you know what I'm saying? We got the fatal 4-way today going now. So y'all know what's going on. I got my boy Schwab. I don't know what that say as your name, brother. Can you tell us what that means and tell us how you doing, please?
That's a congratulations on a retirement of Tochinoshin, my favorite sumo wrestler, and doing well today. He said I don't think anyone will see in Miami, but here we are.
All right, then. I don't know about none of that, but happy retirement, brother. Yusaka. All right. Going to my boy DJ who say he ready for the NFL. So what's up, bro? What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? Nothing much, man. I'm just ready for NFL to start. Like they like talking about finals but they're not really like hyping it up as much as I think. But then I just found myself like watching like old Justin Fields highlights or looking at random rankings of like NFL. So that's where I'm at with it.
That's funny because I seen they had like Jay Williams talking about next year's odds like for championships, and it's like the playoffs gonna be held on y'all networks, ABC, but yeah, y'all talking about next year. So I get that. I get that. And also, like, you're not ready for a Women's World Cup. Like, that's coming up. Like, Schwab was just talking about some sumo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some boxing matches coming up. Like, you ain't worried about none of that. Just NFL, huh?
Yeah, because some of that stuff you mentioned, I don't watch. And then we're like boxing, that's like one day. NFL, that's like 6 months. None of that stuff that you mentioned gonna last 6 months.
Why the Women's World Cup? Hey, man, we got the.
They got a really good team. They got one of the best teams, better than the men's. But I'm not watching that. I don't watch soccer or
U.S. Women's National Team going for that three-peat, man. It's unprecedented. But all right, man, we'll holler at you when it comes, man, and see if your mind changed, man.
That's cool.
You know, speaking of somebody that don't know what's on their mind, my boy Clueless, aka Shane the Shooter, what's happening?
Look, man, I've been wrong about pretty much everything this entire NBA playoffs, so I'm happy I only have one more series to completely gag and get wrong, and then then we can move on to some of the summer stuff like boxing, UFC, and carry that weight to everybody wants NFL this, NFL that. Okay, cool. I love the NFL, but for me, it's college football. That's what when the summer starts kicking off, that's what I really start to look forward to, because end of August we get that opening, and what do they call it, week 0 or whatever the hell they call it.
Sir, week 0.
I've seen some content about that this week, so I am starting to get that itch a little bit.
Man, look here. Well, this is the place where Shane and myself gave y'all some money well before the season started. I had that Hawaii under. Shane had that Michigan over. And we beat the books up with both of them joints. So if y'all like winning money, this man right here, he gonna get it for you for that college football season. That's why I look forward to it, because I know Shane gonna give me some money. So I appreciate you, brother. All right, man. So you did say that you blanked. You've been blanking on the NBA. Shane, you my guy, but I gotta do it to you though, man. We got levels of accountability around here. We definitely had some picks a couple weeks ago, man, conference finals, and you blanked. Now, I'm going to take my accountability too, DJ. I ain't going to leave you out. We all took the Celtics. We was wrong. We was wrong in various ways. Shane, you had a sweep. DJ, I think you had it at 5. I had it at 6 because I thought Hemi was worth at least 2 games. And, yeah, man, Caleb Martin came out and shut us up. So shout out to you, Caleb. I know you see me, you know what I'm saying? I know you heard me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm not going to say I'm a fan, but I respect it, man. 19 points a game on 60% shooting. None of us saw that coming. If you did, you was a goddamn liar. Or we need to hire you for this podcast. So hit up dquanyoung@gmail.com if you need a job with us. You know what I'm saying? 15K coming.
And hold on, and to add to what you're just saying too. I mean, I'm sorry, but I didn't know if Jaylen Brown was going to turn into a D3 scrub. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. Whatever. Hey, look, we're you know, we're not touts, right? We're honest when we you know, what's the old saying? You know, players fuck up too, right? And I was dead wrong on both the conference finals series. Really didn't care about Boston, Miami. I'm glad that, you know, we can mock the Bill Simmons of the world with that pick that dropped of him, you know, looking like his dog died while he's sitting in the fucking crowd the other night. But I was hurt to see my boy Brian go down like that. Denver clearly the better team, but there were a couple of those games that were winnable in the second half for the Lakers. But you know, Denver was. I can just say, like, I was just dead wrong on Denver as a whole, man. That was impressive. It really was.
Well, this will be the last mention that we have, because we're not ESPN, so this will be the last mention that we have a LeBron on here. Now, Shane, you got that wrong. DJ and I got it right, but not the right amount of games. I think I had it in 5, DJ. I think you had it in 6, or maybe it was the other way around. But we both picked Denver. And when we gave our top 5, I told y'all Nikola Jokic was the best player left in these playoffs.
We all had Jokic 1. Yeah. DJ had we all had Jokic 1.
Butler, and I told y'all Jimmy Butler was the second best player in these playoffs.
You did, and I mocked you for that.
Y'all did. Y'all left him off y'all top 5s, I think. Damn near.
No. We
all had the same 5. My bad. We all had the same
Butler 5.
Y'all had him at 5. I told y'all he was number 2. So, Mike Stradamus, I don't know.
We gotta say, like Shaq, my bad. We was not familiar with your game.
No, y'all was familiar with his damn game. Y'all was familiar with his game.
I didn't expect for the Heat to like do what they did.
Yeah. Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I was not familiar with your game.
So like
Jaylen Brown, you can't fool me. I'm familiar with your game. Your ass never played football growing up. That's your problem, man. You never played running back or wide receiver. You don't know how to hold on no damn ball. But come to Dallas, bro. We need you.
And get Al Horford's old ass out of the league, too. I'm sick of watching him waddle up the court and just stand there with that ugly ass push 3. He was trash. And, you know, honestly, like, I remember we talked about Horford last year. He was a huge key for the Celtics the entire playoffs. Remember? He balled. He was good against he was probably their best overall player against the Warriors in the finals. And he just looked like a shell of himself.
Nah, the Celtics play CTE ball, man. Like, if they threes not falling, they'd be like, well, skip it. I'm about to just shoot another one. Like, they like, whatever. Like, the Celtics literally have, like, I don't know, for a team that's been in enough playoff games and actually made the finals and done all these things, they play CTE ball so much that it don't make sense. I did not expect for them to like do it again. If they 3 not falling, they just quit. Like if they 3 is falling, they damn near the best team in the league. And then they don't got no counter. If you hit them in the mouth and then they 3 not falling, they're gonna just go away. And then once they 3 not falling, then they're gonna turn the ball over. They're gonna do a whole bunch of dumb things versus like being able to control themselves. They play like a team that like pretty much look like they've been put together in that year versus their core been together for 4 years, 5 years.
And I don't want to hear no excuses about that. I don't want to hear no excuses about their coaching. I don't want to hear.
Yeah, no, like it was them. Like you, they got out. Like they got out bullied. They got beat by heart. Like normally people say like these type of things really don't be mattering, but literally. The Heat was just more physical than them, and they played harder.
Bro, they lost 3 games. They lost 3 games at home.
Yeah, that's been like that's playing with heart. And then even after the games, they was like, "Well, we wasn't ready for it. They wanted it more. They was more physical. Like they basically saying like what they were. It's like." Boston pretty much walked into the Garden thinking that it was sweet every single time.
All right, well, conference finals are over. I think we all got Jokic right for conference finals MVP. We all got Tatum wrong for conference finals MVP. It's okay. We live another day. So, with more being said, I want to hear your NBA Finals predictions. I want to hear the team that you think is going to win. I want to hear who your Finals MVP is. And if you got any bets out there for me and for us, I want to hear what your bets are as well. If you got any props, you got series bets, you got any of that type of stuff, anything fun, any long shots that you think got a chance of hitting. I want to hear your Gabe Vincent plus 50,000 Finals MVP bets. That's what I want to. I want to hear that shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some millions out of this motherfucker. All right. So, DJ, since you ready for the NFL, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, so that you can get this NBA season over with. Cause I'm ready for the NFL too, but I got a couple stops on the way. So let me hear you, bro.
All right, so I got Denver in 6, and so I think Jokic is going to be MVP. I mean, Murray could be, but man, like the way that he's playing, and the way that Miami don't have enough big bodies, I don't see how they could slow him down enough where he not going to be him. He just pretty much like destroy Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis is a top 5 like defender in the league. So I got Denver in 6, Jokic MVP, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Like to me, they look like the best team. Miami gonna try to run the zone, but Jokic pretty much break zones because of how well he see the floor. I just don't see them like choking away games like other teams have done, and I don't see them like out toughing the like Denver. Like Denver been playing tough all playoffs. So I got Denver in 6, man, because they're not gonna be able to slow him down. And then when you slow Jokic down, it looks like 24, 8, and 9 versus 35, 11, and 12. And so like even on his slowdown nights, he still be like cooking. So yeah, man, I got Denver in 6 and Jokic gonna be finals MVP.
Yeah, you said that going into the Western Conference Final, same thing. That if they slow him down, it was still gonna be like similar numbers like that. And like I think he had like one, maybe 2 games like that in the Western Conference where like it was a quote unquote slowdown, and he still put up numbers that are gonna be respectable for any other player. So yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you on that.
And then because in both of those games, he pretty much had 10, 11 points in the fourth. So, like, if it was like a 24-11 game, 12 of them points was in the fourth. So, like, they needed all them buckets. And so, yeah, man, like he playing at a level where I don't see him having any bad games. Because who gonna guard him? Like, we knew who the Lakers had to guard him, and it did not matter. And Scam Adebayo, like, get him out of here.
All right, we're gonna go to Schwab next because Shane over there clueless, so I don't wanna pick on him just yet. So Schwab, same question: who your NBA Finals winner? How many games? Who your Finals MVP? And tell me some bets you got.
I'm going Nuggets in 5 for the same reasons they said. I mean, they have really no good way to counter Jokic. I think Jimmy Butler, what he's done is fantastic, but that's only going to get you so far. And Denver's just so deep. It's like Miami, only they have more talent in addition to that depth. Um, Jokic for MVP, the only real play I've got in the series, I'm going under 219 and a half, 218 or 219 and a half for game 1 because Denver's had a layoff. Miami just went to 7 games. Now they're going to altitude. Might take a little adjustment period. So I can see a low scoring game 1 relatively.
All right, thank you for that, Schwab. And now we're gonna go over here to Shane. Does Shane have a clue? Let's find out.
Well, Miami's been a nice story, right? You gotta give them respect. but all that shit ends here, dude. Denver's going to win this series in 5. It might even be 4. I know you've heard this before from me, right? But the play I like is Denver minus 1.5 games at minus 170 for the series, which, for someone that might not understand exactly what that means, they just need to win in 6 or less. I just don't see how Miami can match anything that Denver does. Like DJ said, Jokic is a mismatch problem for some of the best defenders in the league. Bro, there's after Bam, even Bam is not AD. And what are they going to do? They could bring in Cody Zeller? I mean, I have no idea. Sure, Spoelstra's a great coach, and he's going to attempt to scheme the best he can, but it's not going to matter. I mean, there's too many guys around Jokic, too, that can just bury threes. Like they do, those perimeter guys do what Miami does, but they're even better. And then you mix in like Aaron Gordon. I mean, he's a problem too. Like that's another guy I slept on last series. I was just dead wrong about Gordon, and this is a mismatch. I don't really see how this is even competitive. Sure, I guess I'll give Himmy one game in Miami, but that's it. I do like Jokic to win MVP, but the price is absurd. He's like minus 350 now when you can get Denver for 45, 50 cents more just to win the series. So, if you like Denver, just lay the juice with them or do what I did and take the minus 1.5 games I got it at 170. I think it should be in that ballpark pretty much everywhere. So, yeah, respect to Miami, but I don't think this is going to be a very fun finals to watch, and it's highly unlikely to be competitive.
Appreciate you.
I'm good for the finals because it's like 2 different teams, and it's going to bring a bunch of, new eyes to certain players, especially in Denver, that they're not used to. So I'm like happy with that. And I told you Gordon, though, like Gordon is just as big as Bron, but he's 10 years younger.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really like him, but like as far as like what the matchups was, like he needed to play. And if he was going to play and be something, then time was now. And Mike, I see you looking at me, but I did mention Gordon as being like a factor because he's just as big as Bron. Like they don't gotta like swing help. And so like they're gonna have enough guys to throw at Jimmy. And like we'll just see what happens because Boston had hella guys to throw at Jimmy, and they didn't really matter because they couldn't guard nobody else.
Yeah, and I'd say that was the one guy that I was just completely wrong on, right? Like I knew everybody knows Murray can get hot, right? Everybody knows Porter can get hot. Even like a guy like Mike brought up, Bruce Brown. I mean, yeah, they got guys that, when you're playing with Jokic, you're going to get good looks, right?
Yeah.
But I just didn't. Aaron Gordon really impressed me on both sides of the ball in that series. And he's going to be a problem for Miami.
Yeah, and they were treating him like PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
Like they were treating.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice, man. They present a lot of matchup issues. And I mean, Jokic, if AD couldn't really do much against him, what in the world is Bam Adebayo going to do?
Bam Adebayo, more like Scam Adebayo. Never trust. No, man, I don't want to get into that, but appreciate you, brothers. I'm gonna say Nuggets in 6. I still think that Jimmy is good for 2 games, and it's just sheer will at this point. Because although it seemed like Caleb Martin was like carrying them, like it was Jimmy at the end of the day. Like we can look at numbers, we can look at all this, but at the end of the day, it's Jimmy. Now, what I will say about Bam is Bam tries on defense. That's what I'll give him 100%. Because he be pouring down sweat, and I'll be like, why is this dude sweating so much? And the box score not saying, what I'm saying, the math ain't mathing, right? But like he does get his all on the defensive end. I will give you that. And one thing I know about the Heat is that playing alongside Jimmy, like Jimmy gonna give you his all. He leave it all on the floor every night, because he wants to win a championship. I don't know if y'all saw, but when they got the trophy, they handed it to Bam. He tried to give it to Jimmy, and Jimmy was like, "No, like I'll take the next one." Like, and not the Eastern Conference MVP one either. He was talking about the damn Larry O.B. So, just off like sheer will, like yeah, like you said, Shane, great story, and like there's some truth to the story because, I mean, they here. He told us last year, "Hey, we're gonna be right back in the same position, and we gonna win."
Yeah,
And
man, you can't
did.
even call it like a, like a fortunate or lucky, or they didn't,
Right.
they didn't really benefit from much. Milwaukee, they benched Giannis because they said, we're good. We don't need Giannis. We can beat these guys without him. They remember that? They let him chill. I think it was game 3. And that backfired, man. Like they were treating that like this is like a back-to-back in a February regular season game, and that bit them, right? And then hey, the Knicks wiped the floor with a good Cleveland team, and Miami went and just straight up trucked them, and then they win against Boston as like 4-1 dogs, including 3 games on the road. You can't, like I've said, like I'm still like I don't know how this happening, but you got to just kind of sit back and just you got to respect this run that Miami's gone on, man. Even if they lose, like it's a pretty memorable playoff run, and there's no denying it.
I got Denver at 6, which means since it's the 2-3-2 format, they'll raise the trophy in Denver. Jokic Finals MVP. I don't have any plays. I just think that I don't see a lot of value in this series. So that's why I don't have any plays unless you go, predict somebody that's not Jimmy Butler. Well, first off, you got to really believe in the Heat to think Jimmy Butler going to win Finals MVP, right? Oh, it's 2-2-1-1-1. Okay.
Yeah, I would just.
So okay. So then they're raising in Miami then. Okay. Oh yeah, they changed that like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
right before the bubble, right? Okay.
Yeah, they went back like 3 or 4 years ago. They went back to what it used to be.
Yeah, and so yeah, man. So they're raising in Denver. They're raising in Miami. I just don't see a lot of value unless you really think it's somebody crazy like Jamal Murray or you think MPJ, like somebody like go better. You might, if you're gonna bet on Jamal Murray, you might as well fucking bet on Jeff Green to win Finals MVP. Like
save your money on those long shot MVP. It's like the Super Bowl, right? Like every year somebody just throws out these long shots as to who can win Super Bowl MVP, but if you're not taking a quarterback, like you're probably gonna lose. Yeah. You're not. I mean, like I can't advocate a play on Jokic at minus 350, but I guess I'll say this. If there's one price that I would be like, okay, fine, it's Murray at 12-1. I'm okay with that. Like I'm not playing it myself, but like that's because look, he is capable of being that guy. Like against what was it, game 3 against the Lakers when he just went nuts. Like those Murray games are possible. Yeah, but I just. Me personally, I would want more than 12-1 for that because Jokic, the way he impacts the game is the voters. And you're probably going to get a lot of these voters that are going to be like apologizing for not giving him the MVP when he should have got it again this year.
Like, we knew he was going to win. We were saving it for this right here. You know what I'm saying? We got something even better for you.
Yeah. I can't really, like, if you really want to take Murray, okay, fine. But anybody else, no. And especially nobody else on Miami. Because there ain't no way Miami's winning 4 games without Butler doing what he's done. And if that's the case, he's getting MVP.
Yeah, I don't see no other way. We come on here next week, maybe we can talk about, some game-to-game stuff. Like Schwab gave out 219.5 the under for game 1, in which I'm seeing 219. So, but yeah, man, I just don't see a lot of value per se in NBA. And I mean, NBA is different than NFL. Like NFL, if it's a Super Bowl, like you could be all over the board with stuff because it's just one game, right? But it's just a little different. So, yeah, man. Anything else that y'all think is like going to happen that we're going to see? Like, how many games is Caleb Martin going to score over 15 points? Like, is this going to keep going? Like, what do y'all think?
I mean, I think it could keep going at least three games. He can score over like 15 because he can get his points like early in the second quarter when he come in with the bench guys and stuff like that, and then he could like run it up. It's not like Denver got like all these lockdown wing guys that's gonna shut him down, and then Denver they'll mess around and just like let him get his, but then they'll try to outscore you, and so I think it's still going to continue, and it's going to have to because what else do you have? Like, what else are you really looking for? Are you counting on Gabe Vincent to drop another 30? Bam Adebayo is, I don't know what he be out there doing. And then who else are you getting your scoring from? Basically, you like everybody else is three-point guys.
So I see the reason why I asked 15 was because I see that they have Caleb Martin series points average at 15 and a half, minus 113 both ways.
I would be more inclined to look under there. Like, he's going to regress to the mean eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, me too. Especially if Hero comes back, which like he should be back by game 3, right?
Martin's not gonna sneak up on nobody no more, right? Denver's got the tape on him now,
and they had a whole week to sit at home and watch.
They got time to prepare, and they're gonna say, you gotta respect Martin now as a legit. It's not just like a random bench guy that can get hot. Like, you gotta respect his game now. So I would be more inclined to look under there.
Yeah, that series going long was the worst thing that could have happened for the Heat because that gave them extra tape on Martin. It gave them extra tape on Vincent before he went out. They could see Duncan Robinson, who's trying to drive and dish now, like all that. So that's a great point. Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that one out there because it's funny. They just got Jokic, they got Butler, they got Murray, Porter, Bam, and then Caleb Martin, who they probably weren't even thinking about putting up there 2 weeks ago. It's crazy how sports work, but it's really not crazy. But it's just interesting, man, to look at that and see that. So,
yeah, Martin. The thing about Martin too is like you just kind of look at if you're an NBA team, right? You got to keep like trying to get guys like him on these like low ball contracts, and then just in the way the game is played today, you're gonna get guys like that can hit, right? I mean, what is his contract, like 3-year, $20 million or something? Like, or it's something stupid. I mean,
but this the NBA though, man. Everybody can hoop. It's just
you just gotta keep trying these little contracts at these wing shooters, right? Because Martin was a really good college player, and you get to the league and it's like, okay, well now you kind of just blend in with other guys that can kind of do what you do, but just keep taking shots at them, which is a little off topic here, but it's like, when the Bulls are the 30th team in the league at 3-point shooting, and their mid-season addition was picking up Patrick Beverly. You know what I mean? Like, you just try and find guys like Martin that can shoot.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see what happened when Hero come back. I don't think he's just the boost to just get them over the hump. I think the hump is too big.
Let his ass stay on the bench. He got fried by Stan Van Gundy, all right? He got cooked by Stan Van, making fun of his
Wait, what Van Gundy say?
He made fun of the way of like one of the fits that Hero was wearing. He said, I hope that here. Oh yeah, he said that I hope that Hero comes back immediately so we don't have to see his awful fashion sense.
Damn. I missed that one, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you look that one up. It was he got cooked, but if you get cooked by Stan Van Gundy, stay your ass on the bench.
Oh man. All right, well, I appreciate y'all, man. It's good to hear from y'all. We got something for the Stanley Cup final coming up as well from the Schwab himself. Hey, man, VGK, go VGK. You know what I'm saying? Can't lose going VGK. Just putting it out there. So VGK at 5, man. Just putting that out there. VGK at 5. But appreciate y'all boys, man. We'll come back in the middle of the series, see how much of a clue Shane has now, because Shane picked the same team I picked. What I say? Nuggets at 6? Yeah, so I got Nuggets at 6. But yeah, man. We'll be back about a week or so. Thank you all for chiming in. We appreciate y'all. Schwab, you gonna take us away, man?
Take care of yourselves and each other.
Goddamn right. Appreciate y'all, Qwality Sports. Peace.